Have you ever wondered what's the best way to ensure that your clients stay with you? In insurance, renewals is where it's at. Stay tuned in this video. I'm going to get into this shortly. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Max Revenue YouTube channel. This is Micah Salas. I'm your host. Let's get into this, folks. I want to talk to you about the pre-renewal strategy meeting. It is the most important meeting, in my opinion, to helping ensure retention of your clients, right? And that is how we make our money as insurance agents. So writing new business is great, but if you're not keeping them on the back end, doesn't matter. You got to have both. So I'm going to talk to you about retention today. And like I said in the beginning of this video, the most important meeting. So let's jump into this. The pre-renewal strategy meeting, what does it look like? I'm going to talk about the 4 things I cover in that meeting. And then before I get to that, though, I want to talk to you about how it's set up. All right, so 5-6 months prior to renewal, I'm calling my agent. I'm saying, hey, Bob, this is Micah. How are you doing, man? We got to talk. The renewal's coming up in about 5 months. I want to have a pre-renewal strategy meeting with you, so make sure we're on the same page. Great. You set that up, hopefully, like I said, somewhere in that 5-month to 4-month time frame. The reason you want to do it here is because we all know other agents, your competition, are going to be calling on your clients, and you want to send a message to your client that you're taking it serious, that you're proactive, and that it's on your mind, right? If they don't have that, then guess what? They might take calls with their agents. So you should be taking these renewals seriously, and this is just showing your clients that you're doing that. So you get to the first meeting, I like to lay out a little agenda. Again, let the client know you're taking it serious, that it's professional. You're not just resting on your laurels. You're serious. So first thing I'm talking about is the market overall, right? What's happening in terms of from a rate standpoint. I like to bring in some of their data from the outside sources. So it's not me just verbally saying it, it's actually bringing in an article, the latest quarterly report from, maybe Q4 if it's Q1, and just showing them line by line, here's what I expect, and then talking to them how it relates to their business. You've had no claims, here's kind of what I'm thinking you might be at, and laying that out to the client. This is also important because it helps, if you expect rates are going up, clients don't want to know about that last minute, right? Talk about it early. Now, I know some brokers will say, hey, then I'm at risk. My client will be more apt to look if they think the rates are going to go up. I disagree with that. I think I'd rather just be proactive and tell them early. And you're not just saying, hey, rates are going to go up. That leads me to step 2, which is what are you going to do about it? Your marketing strategy for this upcoming renewal. This is critical. This is where we're actually talking about. There's 2 things. Here's what we did last year. Mr. Client, remind them where you all went. And if you didn't do anything, that's okay. Hey, we didn't go last year, but here's why we did that last year. Now here's what I want to do this year. Hey, last year we didn't go anywhere. I think this year with the market being hard, we should definitely get a little bit aggressive. Here's the specific carriers I want to go to. What are your thoughts? Or hey, last year we shopped everywhere. You also don't want to become the boy who cried wolf. My recommendation is this year we stay put, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to sit on my hands. I'm going to go renegotiate with the current carrier for a flat renewal, or maybe a slight decrease, right? So the key is you want your clients to think that you're working for them either way, whether you're shopping or whether you're not shopping. You're still renegotiating, right? And it's important that the clients view that you're not just sitting on your hands and that you have a plan of action. That is so critical to retaining clients. And it's really the right thing to do. That's what you should want to do. The third thing is just to remind them of how the insurance game works, right? Kind of work it into your conversation. Just say, hey, so here's where we're going to go. Here's what we did last year. I just want to bring this up. If anyone comes by, I know you're getting called by other agents, and they mention something that, sounds like, hey, that's a market I never heard of, or they have some option you never heard of. Just run it by me. I'm happy to tell you if there's, something better out there or something different. I'll shoot you straight. I just like to work this into the conversation to remind that client, just like I won them on a broker record letter, I'm trying to keep them in that mentality that, hey, I have an agent I hired. I don't need to talk to other agents, right? And the last thing that I talk about this, or that we walk away from this meeting, is just a delivery date. All right, everything looked good. Here's what the next to the renewal process is going to look like. I need you to collect, updated information. Our team will send that to you. I can jump on a phone call. We can gather that at another meeting. But when do you want this delivered by? Great. We'll get that to you 3 weeks prior. Put the date, actual date down, and then you stick to it, right? After the meeting's over, you send them a recap of the conversation that you just had, just outlining those 4 things, right? Market conditions, what you expect, where you're going to be going, what your game plan is, and then putting a firm date out there. Hey, if you do these things, I am confident that your renewals will go a lot smoother, your clients will be happier, and your paychecks will be fatter because you're going to keep more clients. That's what this is all about, folks. If you enjoyed this video, do us a favor, thumbs up, click the bell for notifications, comment below, let me know your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching.